Before I start the first video of 2026, I just want to give a quick shout out to everyone who subscribed on my last video. Whether you discovered it from the algorithm or Raymond's shout out and reaction to it in his live stream last week, I'm just grateful this many people appreciate my work. Even if you don't see eye to eye with me on the content of the video, thanks for letting me end 2025 on a high note, in spite of having to close the Discord server. And now, my hiatus is over, and it's time to put in the work to earn your watch time. I watched a Jack Morgan 2.0 video called Fast Food Chains Are Eating Blank. People no longer want it, where he called users of the McDonald's app, quote, an asshole, after the person in the video he was watching complained about the value meals being locked behind the app, and implying it was a worse experience than just going in to order. Well, I have experienced the McValue meals not being on the kiosks at the North Station or South Station bus terminal McDonald's locations. My solution was to just learn to use the app, which honestly is not that complicated. And thanks to my use of it, I spend $8.01 after tax for a McDouble, 4-piece McNuggets, small fries, and a small drink. My experience at both locations improved significantly, and I get a solid meal for a single-digit dollar amount. Guess I'm the biggest asshole for using an app that lets me start my order when I get off the green or orange line at North Station. Though I kind of wish I'd gone to Sully's for my birthday last Saturday instead of McDonald's after my movie, so I would have had somewhere to sit and eat in the hub. No connection to that hub. You know the one. But I still spent way less than I would have in that alternate timeline. This got me thinking more about the lived reality versus internet narratives I talked about in the previous video. I often mention the abnormal psychology class I took in college, but I also took a sociology class and learned about how anecdotal evidence doesn't always reflect the data. Between my lived experience with the McDonald's app compared to technophobes and Jack Morgan's contempt for it, my experience with people, male and female, out in the city, and more, I don't really see single men my age being treated like human garbage by women just for existing, nor do I see any issues with mobile ordering at restaurants, which I did 4 times last Saturday. I ordered and picked up food at the Dunkin', the AMC concession stand, the North Station McDonald's, and the Tremont Street Sal's Pizza, all through online orders on their apps, and it was perfectly fine. I honestly don't understand what people have against it, so let me know in the comments what restaurant apps ever did to you to warrant that kind of contempt. On a local level, I see some lived experiences line up with what the internet is saying, like South Station being described as a quote, homeless shelter by some people on various Boston pages because of homeless people who wander in there, which I've witnessed personally since I first went there in July. And at North Station, too. It happens at both. There's also the big heating bills here in Massachusetts that people are constantly posting pictures of to rage against the special fees. While I believe they are telling the truth, I'm curious whether it'll translate into the governor being voted out. But that's a discussion for a different channel. All I'm going to say on that matter is Tim Pool has a point about a lot of people in areas like Massachusetts being a default Democrat, but then again, 72% of voters voted yes for an audit of the legislature that still hasn't happened yet, and the previous governor was a well liked Republican, so never say never. I guess once you scale up, there's more likely to be differences in lived experiences. It's easier for experiences to be comparable on a local level, while on a state or national level, you're going to see more differences. I bet if I post in a Boston or Cambridge Facebook group about how every time I walk the sidewalk in front of the Museum of Science, I pass by numerous runners doing their thing, people who have also walked through there enough times will agree with me. Maybe some drivers will say they noticed them from their cars, while others who walk that way will have been too distracted by their phones to notice. Going back to my sociology class, the professor would always say, "These are the facts. You can have your interpretation of the facts, but at the end of the day, these are the facts." Take mobile ordering at restaurants. The fact is, McDonald's is going to encourage it no matter what. Other places will do something similar. You might not like the layout, or could just feel weird not talking to a human being when making the order, which would be your interpretation of the facts. Well, my interpretation is that it's convenient because it can be done hours in advance in some cases. Not McDonald's specifically, but other places. I should know because I placed my Sal's order for 5 p.m. last Saturday at 7 a.m. that morning. 2 plus 2 equals 4. But one person's savior can also be another person's bane of his or her existence. Now, my lived experiences have aligned with some things I hear about online. I've been ghosted by jobs I applied for and interviewed for, and applied to an ungodly amount of them, only to hear back from a small handful I could count on one hand. I've had my issues with dating apps, had matches that either ghosted me if they seemed romantically viable, or I ghosted if they were clearly not. It happens, but maybe the solution is to keep things local, which is a topic worthy of its own video. The point I'm trying to make is that the internet isn't real life the way that some people think it is. It's more accurate on local levels than state and national ones, but at the end of the day, lived experience will vary. I've struggled with dating apps, while my friend has had moderate success. I've had a great time with the McDonald's app, plus Star Market for grocery pickup, while others struggle to use them and other food ordering apps. I've also never experienced any negativity just for being a single man my age out and about, while some will claim we're seen as societal pariahs. Like my sociology teacher said, you can have your interpretation of the facts. Sometimes your interpretation aligns with the objective reality, and sometimes exceptions happen, raising the question of whether the internet is real life, which I look forward to discussions about in the comments down below. So that's going to do it for the video. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like the video on your way out if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for cultural commentary and rants from a man caught between generations. And I'll see you soon.